welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm coming to you live. Yes, I am. I love to do lives. I love to connect with you on a personal kind of level. So you'll see me do a lot of lives on here on YouTube. Very rarely do I actually have time to videotape one. So that's why I love to do lives. I do a lot of Facebook, so if you want to follow me on Facebook, that would be awesomest. My name is Melissa Wellander. I'm known as Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa. I love that. That's my handle there. So if you're catching me live, that's wonderful. If you're not, please leave a comment or say hello and tell me where you're from. I love to know where people are looking at me from. And I love a coffee, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, hey. Hi, I didn't get to see who it was. I'm sorry. I saw somebody pop on there. Hey, good morning. Is it morning? It's almost afternoon, actually. I'm popping on here a little later than I usually do. I always have my coffee. I'm a coffee connoisseur. I have like, I couldn't tell you how many coffee cups I have. But this technique today, I did this week on Facebook. Now, this is something that I learned from Wayne Goss. I cannot take credit for this. Wayne Goss is like the guru of everything, like I say, about makeup. And I have learned more from him, I think, than anyone else that I follow, truly. Wayne Goss really helps me out. Hey, is it Fiona? Hey, Fiona. Hey, Kathy. Good morning. Now, y'all, if you watch me on Facebook, you saw me do this earlier this week. I'm only going to do one eye so you can see the drastic change. Hey, Emma. Good morning. So, y'all, drink your coffee with me. I have my coffee. It's wonderful. I have on the new nude. We have some nude splash liquid lipsticks, and I'll put that link down in the bottom. The three new colors, I absolutely adore and love them. And I mix here they are here. I just want to show you these. These are the colors. Off the top of my head, I know the darkest one is Successful. And then I think the next lighter one, trying to remember the names of, this is Supple, which is what I have on, Supple. And I mix a little bit of Sunny with Supple. And the middle one, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I know it's Successful. They got crazy names. So, hey, Holly, how are you from England? Hey, hello. How do you say? You just say hello. How are you? I can't speak like that. I'm sorry. It's snarky. That's right. It's snarky. Snarky is, they're kind of, if you look at these, they kind of go in order. The darkest one is going to be Successful, and then Snarky, and then Supple. But Supple, I love. I think it's beautiful. So if you've never tried our Splash liquid lipsticks, you should try them. They are fabulous. They do stain your lips a little bit, and they come off a little at a time during the day, and I always love to top mine off in the center with Hotties. So if you love a lip plumper, we have a lip plumper too. This could be a whole nother tutorial, which I guess I should do. Because they are my favorites. They are my favorites. We just came out with these nudes, and they are absolutely wonderful. So I think for spring, everything must be going into neutral shades, because that's why we're bringing out the neutral lips, the neutral eyes. We have some beautiful neutral eye pressed powder eyeshadows available now. Oh my goodness. There's 8 new colors, and they are like shimmers. So if you love shimmers, they're really, really soft. And even though you have maybe mature eyes, you could absolutely use them. So I'm going to show you a couple of our pressed powders this morning. I'm going to use 2 colors. Now, these 2 colors have been out for a while, but I think they're beautiful together. And yes, you can get kind of a smoky eye with 2 colors. And this is absolutely Wayne's technique. I didn't teach myself this technique, but these are the 2 colors I'm going to use. Now, this is a quad palette, so if you can order our pressed shadows in singles or in refills. If you get them in singles, they come in a little, you'll get one of these little things like this, and it will pop in there. Now, these are magnetic. They pop in and out from the back. You can just poke, you know, a little, like a toothpick. I use a toothpick to poke them out. But this one is the quad, and then we have an 8, and then we have a 25 palette, which is like this here. This holds 25 different shades. I have a lot. 25 different shades, and you see I pull them and mix them and in and out, and I've got lots of colors. So these 2 I pulled out because I think these are the best ones to do on camera, but I think it shows up a little bit better. So I'm going to create it on this eye, and then you're going to see how the difference, how it looks. How it's going to make your eye look more lifted and uncomplicated. It's a very uncomplicated look. And like I said, I did this on YouTube this weekend. I mean, not YouTube, but my Facebook this past week, and I'm doing it here this weekend for you. And yes, I am nasally because I have sinus, and I always have it. So that's why I like to drink coffee, because it warms it up. And then it gets everything going in the right direction. Okay, so here we go. Let me find my velour. Now, I always start off my eye looks, every single eye look, with Velour Pressed Powder Foundation. Yes, it is foundation. It's very, very light. But if you have imperfections on your eyelids, maybe you've got some discoloration that you don't like and you really like to cover it up. This is what I love to do, is just kind of even out the tone of all of this up here. I have a brown spot that kind of runs through my brow right there. And I like to kind of cover it up just a little bit because it peeks right through about right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a brown spot that sits right there. And the first thing that you should do always is use your primer. I already have primer on. I put my eye primer on. This is Younique's primer. I love it. It has a little bit of tackiness to it, but it's also a flesh color. So you can't even tell that I have it on, right? But it absolutely is essential for your eye makeup to stay on. If you're not using primer, you're wasting your money, just like on your face. You need primer on your face before you put your makeup on. And then I use It's by Pores. I either use this brand or this side. This is the loose and this is the pressed. So either one of these are great. You just choose your poison. I think these are 24 and 29 at Ulta. That's where these came from. A customer actually sent me this one, and I absolutely do love it. It comes with a little brush inside of it. But I take that in a fluffy brush and just dust a little bit of powder, the It's by Pores translucent powder, over the top of my primer. So couldn't go without primer either. I couldn't either. You have to have an eye primer. You really do. You really need to invest in some eye primer. I don't care what kind you get. If you want to get Younique's, I'll put it down in the description box after this is over. I'll put everything in the description box. But first and foremost, we're going to take this powder. I love this brush. This is Younique's brush. This is a dirty brush because I use it quite often. I use this this right here I use my setting powder. I use Behold setting powder to set my foundation. And I use this side for that. And then this side is what I use to apply. Now, this side is actually a contour side. You could contour with it lighter, either concealers or a lighter powder. You can use sometimes a lighter foundation, like in a powder, or a lighter foundation or darker foundation, you know, to do your contouring with. But I strictly use this mostly here on my eye to open it up, to smooth out and get it kind of an even surface to apply my makeup, to apply my eyeshadow. And it really does work. And it's not over the top and it doesn't look too light. That's why I love this color. It's perfect for my shade. Now we have, gosh, I couldn't tell you how many different shades that we have of, well, I've just got that all over myself. How many different shades that we have of foundation, but there is a lot of different shades. So I'm going to put it on this side because I am going to have to finish out my eye afterwards. I'm just going to do one eye, right? I'm just going to do this side. So let me get this powder. But anyway, I'm going to get them even. They must look even. We can't have anything that doesn't look even. Okay, so simple. There you go, boom. All you're going to do there is just add that little powder. Now, the technique involves you're going to need at least 3 brushes. The 3 brushes that I'm going to use, well, I'm actually going to use 4 brushes because I'm going to use, I may use this one, I'm not sure. This is It's Cosmetics. This is their blending brush. I love it. It's very soft. It's very easy to use. I got this at Ulta too, and I think it was around 18 bucks. It's not a bad, their brushes are fabulous. Our brushes are fabulous too. Now I'm going to use these 3. These are from, these 2 are Younique brushes. This one is the Fluffy Crease brush right here. This one is the bomb. This one is going to be your best friend. And it's kind of like a blending brush. We have a blending brush and we have a contour brush. So it's kind of like the in-between. So if you have a smaller eye, like me, I have small eyes, this is a great brush. And it's great for working in that crease and bringing the shadow right up on your brow. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. And then I'm going to use our shader liner brush. I love this brush here. This is a must-have. Because it's a twofold kind of product. You can use this end, you can use this end. It doesn't matter. It's twofold. It's a great brush, 2-in-1. And then the last one, of course, this is my Japanese. I'm not quite sure how to say that. But this one here is their brush that is called, they call it Precision. It's a precision brush. I think that was the name on the packaging. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of a pencil brush. But you can use it. I use it for adding my under eye concealer because it's so tiny and so small, and it's perfect to get right in that little corner area where I need to lighten things up. And it's also perfect for going underneath your eye. It's just a great brush. It's just a great brush. You can also use it to put some highlighter right through here if you need to under your brow. One of the things I do recommend is that if your brows are going away, make sure you do your brows. Make sure you do your brows or this technique. You need to know that this technique is all about the brows and the eye look, the eye technique. Only because your brows need to be done because you need to know exactly where the tail end is. And, you know, you need to measure it. You measure it here, you measure it here, and then you measure it out through here. And see, mine is like right on target. See, I'm right at the end of that. Because you do not want your eye makeup to go past that line. Now, depending on your eye shape, everybody's eye shapes are different. If your eyes are a little wider, then you are going to take it out just a little bit further than I'm going to do. I'm going to basically draw it out to where, right here where my line is. So this is a technique that you're going to use this brush for. We're going to use 2 colors only to do this look. And you're going to really, really love it. Now, Wayne Goss has his own brushes, and you know, I've often thought about getting some of his brushes because they look like they would be fabulous. So this is the color we're going to use. This is the color Fervent, and this is the color Gentle. Both of these are by Younique. And this one is a matte, and of course you can tell that one's got some nice little shimmer to it. Beautiful color. This one here you can use as a highlighter, and I'm going to do that too. It kind of morphs into whatever. This color right here can be used with warm tones and cool tones. It picks up. It's one of those iridescent kind of eyeshadows that just kind of morphs with whatever you have on, and it just accents it beautifully. But we're going to take a little bit of this color. Like I said, I just dip it in there straightforward like that. You can tap it off, and you're going to start right underneath your eye, and I would recommend you start underneath your pupil and then go over. So let's do this. You love Gentle? I know, I love Gentle too. I use it always. I highlight with it, and I'm going to try to do this in my phone. Yes, I am filming with a phone. I have a new phone, by the way. I have the new iPhone XR, so I'm hoping this is really clear and nice for you. It looks like it is to me. I'm working on getting me a kind of a different backdrop. I've got an idea that I would like to do. So that is basically where we start. You're just going to put it right underneath your eye. You start there. Then you're going to find wherever the fold of your crease is. You see where mine is. Well, you're going to have to come a little bit above that, and you're going to draw a line straight out. You're going to do the same thing. Take a little bit of this product, tap it off. And the best thing for you to do, but it's hard for me to do because I would have to look straight into the phone, okay, into this. But if I look down, I can see it. I can still see where I need to go. But you really want to look straight on into the mirror, and you want to look, and you can just put you a little dot, get you a little starting point. Now he didn't recommend that, but I'm going to recommend that to you. You can put it right above, put a little dot right above your crease. See? So I know exactly now. See that? See that little dot? That's right above my crease. Now we're going to take this color and we're going to push it straight out, just like this. Now this is where the tail end of your brow, it comes in play. You don't want to go past that. You see? Mine is perfectly even with the end of my brow. I stopped it there. And then, of course, we have this space. What do we do with this space? What do you think we would do with this space? Does anybody know? Hands up. Who knows? I'm a teacher by heart. I really am. But what you've done is you've created this straight line going out. And I'm going to make it just a little bit darker so you can see it. I'll kind of over accentuate it just a tad, okay? Because you're not going to leave these lines like this. You're not going to have these lines. You're going to blend these out. So basically, we're going to come back in. We're going to tap it off. And we're going to connect this line down here. We're going to go straight up. Do you see what I'm doing? So I'm actually creating an outer V, drawing my eye out just a little bit so my eyes are going to look wider apart. I have really close set eyes. So this will work for any eye shape though. It does not matter. Any eye shape can do this. So once you've connected these with this little pencil, see how great this little pencil brush does? I call it my pencil brush because it's almost like using a pencil. And make sure when you're using, you see where my hand is on this? You make sure you use the end of the brush. Don't come up here and do it like this or you'll be too heavy-handed and you'll put too much pressure and it's just not going to be a good look. You need to be light-handed with your brushes. So make sure you use the end. You know, when you watch artists, when they paint, they don't, and unless they're really doing some kind of stipple effect, they're always using their hand back here too. So we're artists. We're creating on our face. That's exactly what we're doing. Now I'm going to take the fluffy crease brush with no product on it, and we are going to start blending this out, and we're going to blend it inward and upward, and we're going to use this corner. Hey, Cole, where have you been, girlfriend? Are you in snow? I bet you are up in Canada. It's frozen up there. One day I'm going to make a trip to Canada. One day I'm going to be in my glamper, people, and Lissa is going to be traveling this wonderful country. And when I come up that way, I am definitely going to, I want to see Niagara Falls, which is not too far from you, Cole. And girl, I want to meet people. I want to meet y'all. I want to come and travel the country and meet you guys. So what, you see what I'm doing? I'm just doing like little circular motions, kind of blending this color inward just a little at a time. So blend it forward and backwards. And this is the beauty of this. You don't use a whole lot. You don't use a whole lot of product at all. Not a whole lot of product at all. So you blend, got a little bit of it off on my hand. And we're just going to blend slightly inward. Keep moving that product, moving it inward. And I'm not coming all the way in by saying, that's where you live? You would be more than well. Oh, yes, ma'am. I will come visit you. I don't know how far off that is. You know, we have our moms to take care of. Mark's handling his mom today. My mom's here with me. So I told her this is my working day. This is the day I plan for the week. This is the day I do my YouTube lives. This is the day I try to catch up with customers and follow up with orders and things like that. So it's very important. Sundays are my day to work specifically with Younique and do all the catch-ups, and that way I can plan my week. Now, see the difference in my eye already? It already looks elongated. It already looks more lifted. So this is the whole idea behind it. Now, you can come back and add more if you like, or less. Less is more, really. That's my adage. Everything, less is more. So just be light-handed. Just that little bit of makeup that I put on, I have blended it out, and it's over my whole entire eye. Now, I will come back and add some just a second, but the first thing we got to do is we've got to take this color along our lid line down here. So now we got to come and do something totally different. Love how much it opens up the eyes. It does, Fiona, it does. But this is something else he did, and I thought it was genius. He's the genius he is. Absolute genius he is. Wayne Goss. Now you're going to take this color and you're going to bring it straight across right above your lashes. So in other words, you're creating a space between here and here for you to put some lighter color, because that's what we're going to do with gentle. We're going to add gentle there. And he sort of kind of used a color close to this. I like this color because my eyes are green. And so Fervent is like the perfect color for anybody who has green eyes, hazel eyes. It is a beautiful color to use. It will make your eyes pop. And I do bring it all the way down, just about all the way down into, I don't bring it all the way into the corner though. I just do it about where my lash line starts, my lashes start, and over. And then what we're going to do, let me put a little bit more because I want a little bit more color here. And I'm just going to push it upward. Just remember, when you get to the corner, always flick it up toward the tail of your brow. And then we're going to blend all that in. So now we're going to come back and take this brush again, because this is our brush we're going to use to blend with. I don't think I'm going to need the other one. I think this one's going to work just fine. And you want to blend this out. So this is about making things look seamless, flowing. All the colors kind of flow together, and you're only using 2 colors. But it's a soft kind of effect, but it does have like a smoky effect. Can you see the difference in my eye already? It's already looking better. It's already looking better. And if y'all think this might be of value to someone else, please share this. It'd be great to get it out there and let it, you know, I know Wayne Goss is a guy, but maybe sometimes you want to see it on somebody older. He's younger than us. He's like in his 40s. I'm 56 as of this video today in January of 2019. I am 56 years old. I'm halfway through I'll be 57 in September. So Yes, we are aging gracefully. Yes, we are. That's what I call it, aging gracefully. I'm going to put that little corner back up there, and then I'm going to blend a little more of this color back in. I do like the corner to be just a shade darker, even though it's the same color. You can make it just a shade darker and blend it in and then blend it upward. All right, so let's add gentle. So the key to this look is also a liner. Now, I'm going to add gentle. That's right, we're only using two colors. We're using these two colors here. And we're going to use a shader liner brush. And I'm going to just pat this into gentle on one side of our brush like that. Get a little bit of the product. You see, you don't need much of these. These eyeshadows will last you forever. They are so highly pigmented. And when you're using a shimmer on our older eyes, please press it in. I always say pat it in, and pat is your friend. Remember that pat is your friend when you're applying shimmer to your eye, especially. Now, he used his finger to apply it. I could do that, but I prefer using a brush. Simply because my fingers are just not as, I'm just not real good with applying makeup with my fingers. I love to use brushes, and that's what I'm going to use. But he did apply it with his finger. He started, if you want to use your finger, you can always put your finger down in it, and then start it here and just smudge it back and forth. But then you're kind of like moving the product back and forth on a crepey eye. And so for me, I think it's just better to use a brush for us older ladies and pat it in. Pat, remember, pat's your friend. Pat is your friend when you're putting colors on the lid of your eye. Pat it in. Now you can bring it up in here just slightly, not a whole lot, just to open up that inner eye if you have close-set eyes like me, okay? So there's that color. Then he came back, took the brush again, got a little more fervent, or, well, I'm using fervent, got a little more of the color, and he used kind of a rusty burgundy kind of color too. His might have been a little bit darker than mine, but mine's more on the pink side, and he came back and he put a little bit more of this right over the top, because he said you kind of sort of want the color to pop through. I can already see this side is much more lifted. And then we're going to take a liner. We're going to take a liner. And we're going to come right over the top of this color. Let me take that. Is that light better? That's a little bit better. So I'm going to get up closer. I forgot I had my mirror. I had my mirror light on. I'm sorry. I was looking a little shiny there. So I'm going to take that out. So I basically am just going to come right across. I'm going to come right down to where my lash line is, right here. And I'm going to work this color right across. Now, this is a color perfect. This is a Younique Precision pencil liner. Now, if you want a wing, you can try to create a wing. My skin moves quite a bit on this side, but look at that. Whoa, girlfriend. That's so pretty. And I'm just going to flick it out just a tad. And guess what? We already have a guideline of where everything's going up. So that's the key. That's what I really like about this technique. You already can see exactly where you need to place that if you want to have a little bit of a tiny baby wing. See, I just have a tiny baby wing. And you can kind of draw it back in. But then we're going to come back and we're going to take, I'm going to take the end. The reason I use this shader liner brush for this is because I'm going to use this end now. And we are going to smudge out this liner so it doesn't have such a harsh kind of look. It's just going to be very subtle. And then we're going to come back and add, guess what? A little bit more of the gentle color. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, it's coming together. I love this look. I really do. Now we're going to come back and we're going to add a little bit of gentle, just a tad, right back here. That way, that line that we just created with the darkness does not look so heavy. It's a really light look. And that way, the little black kind of comes through that shimmer. You see what I'm saying? It just looks so pretty. And he's a guy. It looks so pretty on his eye. He really did. It was so pretty. Look how gorgeous. Now, I am going to come back and add just a tad more. Uh-oh, I dropped my brush. Oh, well. I don't need that one anymore. I'm going to add just a little pop of more of this fervent right in here. Why? Because I like a little darkness there in that corner. That's just me. And you do what you want to now because it's your face, your eyes. I'm going to add a little of that color, and now we're going to come back and blend it out a little bit more. So pretty. Now, when you're blending this out again, keep in mind just to do circular motions and kind of bring it right up onto your brow bone. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to flick it up just a little bit more so you can see that color. Now, you can clean up underneath your brow if you like. That's up to you. Depending on your eye shape, you know, you may have to play with this a few times to see exactly where you need that color. But look how pretty that is. Oh, gosh. I'm telling you, the man's a genius. He is incredible with technique. I absolutely love it. Yes, you need to try this, Emma. This is like, to me, this is the most simple eye look ever. You could get really fast in the mornings just using 2 colors. I told everybody the other day that what you could do with a palette like this, if you wanted to get, we have a kudos this month, or you can buy this palette by itself, and you can add 4 colors of your choosing. You could choose 2 colors like this for a smoky eye look, and then 2 neutral colors, like a dark brown and then a lighter color, you know, kind of like this, or you could use gentle with it. But you could use a chocolate brown, and you could use a lighter color here, that's more of a neutral color, and you could do your eye that way. So the other night when I was on Facebook, I did it. I did one eye one way like this, and then the other eye I used the browns. And I did have the browns in here, but I took the browns out and used them in a different palette. That's why these are empty. So I actually took them out, but I love this. This is so easy. Now, I do love to add illuminator to my eyes. This is Benevolent a la mode. This is by Younique also. These are fabulous, and these are perfect for the mature eye. Now, you can see I've dabbled other colors in it, but the color is very, very light. And what I would do or recommend here, let me get this brush here. I don't know what this brush is from. This is just a brush I like to use for my highlighter. I have no idea where it came from, this brush. I've had it forever. It doesn't have a name on it. It's a no-name brush. This happens to be one I grabbed. And I only use it for this purpose right here. Now, you can take a little bit of this also. Now, you can either take concealer and you can outline underneath your brow, or you can take a little bit of this if you want. Don't put a whole lot of shimmer sparkle up here. This is why I use the velour pressed powder. And what you want to do is just lightly come underneath that brow. Just follow the natural line that you created. Did you hear that? The natural line that you created. Because I did. I created the line right there. So I would have a brow. That's basically how it works. Totally. And then I'm just going to kind of blend and soften that edge just a little bit with this brush here. And the key to this look, of course, is mascara. Mascara is going to set this off. But that is it. How easy is that to get you a nice little shimmery kind of look on your lid? And if you want to come back and add a little bit more gentle, you can. I dropped my brush, so I have another one, though. I have another brush just like that somewhere. Here it is. I have 2 of these. Luckily, I have 2 of these. I dropped the other one. It popped off right on the floor. So come back and add a little shimmer. Fill it in if you feel like you need a little more, because you're only using 2 colors. And make sure you pat. Make sure you pat. Okay, so pat's your friend. So let's add this mascara. Now, this mascara is the best mascara on the planet. It's called Epic. It comes in waterproof black. It comes in original black. And we also have brown now in the original. So if you're ginger-haired or light skin, light hair, red hair, get the brown. The brown is really pretty. Now, I'm going to use the black. Since I use black on my liner, we're going to use Black Epic. Now, see the wand? The wand is the key to this. The wand, the key to this mascara is the fact that it will actually curl your lashes. Now, you saw me just curl my lashes. I recommend you do that. But this wand is incredible. Watch. It will just absolutely wrap all the mascara right around each and every lash. And what I do is I start at the bottom and I just roll it all the way across. And make sure that I get all the lashes underneath. And then I start working the product from bottom to top. And what happens is this has polymers in it that wrap around each and every lash. And it just creates and separates and lengthens and volumizes your lashes at the same time. It is the most incredible mascara I have ever used. And I used to love 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, but this is a one-step. And it kind of gives you the same results. Now, if you have some 3D Fiber Lash Mascara and you have fibers left over, and you can add fibers to this if you'd like. But the best way for you to do your mascara is to always look down into your mirror and then do the product. And then sometimes I will pull it up and hold it, roll it and hold it, roll it and hold it. And it just gets the lashes going straight up. Now, you can add a second coat. You can let this dry and add a second coat, and they will even get longer. It's amazing. It's an amazing product. It's $24, but you can, and we have a subscription service. So if you love it, you can set yourself up on a prescription service, and you become a Prestige customer, and then you'll wind up getting some rewards out of being a Prestige customer. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious Lord. That's amazing. I go from this to this. It's amazing. I get it. And I have used this over and over and over. You need that. Yes, you do, Cole. You need this mascara. This mascara is like the best mascara I have ever used. I call it the best mascara on the planet. I know there's a lot of choices out there, and I'm not saying all the others are bad. I'm just saying for tried and true results, each and every time you put on your mascara, this mascara, hands down, is the best I've ever used, honestly. And I've used a lot of mascara in my life. But the only mascaras I've used, of course, in the last 4 years, I used 3D Fiber Lash. And then when Epic came out about a year and a half ago, all I've done is Epic. And it is absolutely the most amazing mascara. They should have named it amazing. They picked a good name for it, though, Epic. Epic is really, really incredible. So I would recommend you try the mascara and try the technique. Maybe you have some eyeshadows of your own that are close to these. Younique's is hard to beat. They really are. There's no fallout. Did you see? There's no fallout on my face from using just these two colors. And most of the time, you usually will have fallout just strictly by coming underneath your eye like that. But it's not. If you want to soften this underneath here, just take the little brush that you used, to apply the gentle, and you can just kind of smooth it out, just like that. If you want to kind of smoke it out just a little bit more. It depends on your eye. You do what you want. It's your eye. Look at that. Look at the difference. Look how little this eye looks compared to this one. I look lopsided. Let's do that. That looks normal. Look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. Would slick work instead? Yes, you could use slick. Any kind of, I just chose this color here because it kind of morphs and looks good with any colors you choose to put it with. It picks up the colors in it. So it's just one of those colors that you can use with warm colors or cool tone colors like this. So I am going to add just a tad more. I'm going to take a little bit of Fervent, and I'm just going to kind of blend it right in here, just for a little deeper color. So that way, I don't want you to think you can't come back and add if you want to. Then brush it off with your hand, and then come back and then blend it out. Look how pretty that is. So we have two colors on our eyes, Fervent and Gentle, and that's it. And this eye over here is sad because it don't have anything. It doesn't have anything yet. So how pretty is that? That is so pretty. Let me close my eyes so you can see it. But the lashes really do set it off, and it gives you a very dramatic look without having a lot of makeup on. You really don't have a lot of makeup on. You have two colors, a liner and mascara, and that's it. And that's all you're using. Now, if you really want it to be a little more dramatic, you could take your mascara and you could tight line the bottom of this to give it a little more smoky look. So let me show you that in case you want to do that. Just right here along the outer edge. No, I don't bring it all the way in because it would make my eye look a lot smaller. So you could definitely do that and kind of connect it right underneath there. And boom, it has a more smoky look to it. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you will try this technique. Make sure you get you some good brushes. I use these three brushes right here. Younique's shader liner brush, and then Younique's fluffy crease brush. This is a new brush. You can get this on the website, and which I will link everything below. And then this one, of course, is from, this is a Japanese brush, and I got it from Ulta, and I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like $17, but it's well worth it. This brush is very versatile. I use it for my, I use it to apply my concealer. I can put the concealer underneath my eye with it if I want to, and I can use it just like you saw me use it today. It's such a versatile type brush. I love it. It's one of my faves. So there's the brushes that I use. All you need is 3 brushes to do this look. And basically all you're doing is blending this out, blending the color in, and it gives you this overall dramatic kind of beautiful eye look. Wow, look lopsided. This eye is huge and this one is very small. All right, guys. I will see y'all on my Facebook this week. I appreciate your time watching me. Please like and share if you think this might be of value to someone else. I will link everything down in the subscription box. If you've ever thought about joining Younique or have questions about Younique, please message me. Leave a comment in the bottom and I'll connect with you on that. We're having a fabulous new sign-up deal this month. It's incredible. Younique is just growing by leaps and bounds. We're in so many different countries now, and I absolutely love what I do. This is a passion. It's a calling, I think, of sorts, and I do a lot of planning, and I just love to connect with others and love to see women feel confident and beautiful. That's my whole goal. Is if you're confident, then I'm happy, okay? I want you to be happy with what you get from Younique. If not, we have, a guarantee, 14-day love it or leave it guarantee, and you can get your money back or exchange it. So look at that. Let me come in close. Look at the difference in my eye. Look how dramatic that one is versus this one. Sad eye, happy eye. Yay! Okay, guys, thanks so much, and I will see y'all next Sunday.